From humble beginnings to royal treatment. Discover the fascinating history behind one of the world's most beloved side dishes, mashed potatoes. In the misty dawn of human history, from around 1000 BC, a powerful legacy began to unfold. Ancient civilizations rose like mighty trees, their roots digging deep into the fertile soil of our collective past. The Greeks, with their philosophy and theatre, gave birth to the West's classical ideals. In the East, India's Vedic culture spread its sacred teachings across the subcontinent, leaving an enduring mark on world spirituality. Meanwhile, in Africa, Egypt's mighty pyramids stood as testaments to pharaonic power and unyielding ambition. The Roman Empire expanded, spreading its law and governance to a vast territory that stretched from Britain to North Africa. As these ancient powers left their indelible marks, they forged the building blocks of modern society. Over 1,500 years have passed since those tumultuous times. Yet we still feel the reverberations of our shared heritage. The echoes of ancient roots continue to shape us, reminding us that our individual stories are but a thread in the intricate tapestry of human experience. In Europe during the Middle Ages, adoption wasn't as straightforward as it is today. In fact, it was a complex and often secretive process that varied greatly from country to country. For centuries, European societies were deeply rooted in feudalism, where family ties and social status played a significant role. As a result, adoption was not widely accepted or understood. Instead, children were often placed with foster families or relatives until they reached the age of majority. However, as trade and cultural exchange increased during this period, new ideas about childcare and education began to emerge. The Catholic Church also started to influence adoption practices, recognizing it as a way to provide for orphaned children and promote its own teachings. Despite these developments, formalized adoption laws didn't become widespread until the 16th century. It wasn't until the Enlightenment that European societies began to adopt more modern concepts of family and childhood, paving the way for contemporary adoption practices. Imagine yourself in 16th century Europe, where royalty was a way of life. The royal treatment, a term born from this era, speaks to the lavish lifestyle and extravagant displays of wealth that defined the aristocracy. From grand coronation ceremonies to opulent state dinners, every occasion was an excuse for extravagant dress, exquisite decorations, and refined entertainment. The aristocracy spared no expense in showcasing their status, often at great cost to the common folk who bore the brunt of taxes and economic hardship. As the centuries passed, the royal treatment evolved, reflecting changing tastes and cultural influences. By the 18th century, it had become a staple of high society, with its own set of rules and etiquette governing every aspect of life. In the early 19th century, mashed potatoes were a staple of European cuisine, but they weren't a familiar sight on American tables. That all changed with the arrival of Irish immigrants in the mid-1800s. These hard-working laborers brought with them their own traditions and recipes, including a dish called mashed turnips, which would eventually become America's beloved mashed potatoes. As more Irish settlers arrived, they shared their culinary secrets with fellow Americans, including the humble spud. By the 1870s, mashed potatoes had begun to gain popularity in rural communities, particularly among farmers and their families. It was a filling and affordable meal option that could be easily prepared using locally sourced ingredients. By the early 20th century, mashed potatoes had become a staple of American cuisine, often served alongside traditional dishes like roast beef or chicken. Today, it's estimated that Americans consume over 1 billion pounds of mashed potatoes each year, a testament to their enduring popularity in modern America. As we explore the realm of evolution, it's fascinating to consider the developments that took place over the 19th and 20th centuries. Theories on human origin began to take shape during this period. Charles Darwin's groundbreaking work on natural selection, published in 1859, revolutionized our understanding of species adaptation. His concept of survival of the fittest paved the way for a greater comprehension of evolution's role in shaping life on Earth. Meanwhile, other scientists made significant contributions to the field, including Gregor Mendel, who discovered the fundamental principles of genetics through his pioneering work with pea plants. The rise of modern biology and the discovery of DNA structure by James Watson and Francis Crick further solidified our grasp on the intricacies of genetic variation. These discoveries not only shed light on the mechanisms driving evolution but also sparked new avenues for understanding the complexities of life itself.